guy who inherited that empire.
You're the nearest to a son I ever had.
And you were the nearest to a dad. How sad is that?
But he killed Dalton, so that didn't happen. So Andy inherited it. That's how that all worked. Do you know what I'm going to do, Dennis? When I find the person who did for Jack,
I have a pretty good idea.
I'm going to shake his hand.
But who grassed Dennis up to Andy?
I ain't a grass.
Fine. I'll make it easy for you. Have a sweet.
A what?
Take the sweet. I'll take that as a yes on Rickman. I think the way that Andy works with the kind of psychologically getting to people is he got Phil to give him information about who killed Dalton without actually having to give it.
What did you say to him?
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
And then once he'd found out that Dennis had killed Dalton, he gave Dennis the information that Phil grassed up Dennis about that. I got some information about you last week.
From?
What he asked me not to say.
Andy.
And I did sort of promise. But, yeah, I've never been exactly trustworthy, have I? And neither's Phil Mitchell. Thereby sort of reigniting that whole feud between Phil and Dennis.
You embarrass me, Phil, with Andy, and I can't let that pass.
You want a show, Dan? Believe me, you can have one.
Come on, Mitchell. Let's have it.
You want some, do you? Hey! You want some?
Beating up my brother, that's one thing. But you didn't even have the guts to do it yourself.
Hey, Phil, there's no need for that.
Before then, it was Sharon or Phil or Kate that did keep a level on it and did rationalise everything.
You know, I've lived in the square for the best part of my life, and what do, eh? You've not been here 5 minutes when you ride roughshod over everything.
That ain't your problem.
Yes, it is. You've made it my problem. Now, I don't know what you and Phil were fighting over, and I don't want to know. But it's one hell of a mess.
So the Cold War was finally over. And who should come rising like a phoenix out of the ashes? That old Demon King. Dem Watts.
It only takes one person to come in and just, you know, completely send everything mad.
But there's one name that keeps cropping up.
Yeah?
Your ex, Phil Mitchell.
What about him?
What do you want to fill me in about him?
Tell him about the other night.
Why? What happened?
Nothing. It's finished.
He slaps you about in front of everyone in the pub and you say that nothing has happened.
Princess. Well, Phil would slap Sharon and Grant to put pay to Rowley. So I think it's payback time. Found somebody for me yet?
No.
Well, I need to get planning.
Everyone I tried was tied up.
I'm not.
All right. You're in.
Here's to a very profitable relationship.
Phil's the last person I want Dad getting involved with.
Look, it's just a bit of business.
It flaming better be.
Of course it is. There's no love lost between those two.
Are you sure there isn't more to this?
I swear to you. Den hates Phil just like we all do.
Right.
Don't screw this up.
Trust me.
Phil's not into that anymore, he's legit.
Not the Phil I know.
Well, he promised me, to my face. So if you've got any worries, then you better start looking at your own family, because there's nothing going on with Phil.
All that lovely money.
Let's call it my pension fund.
All I wanted was a reason for you to explain to me why you went back on everything you promised.
Armed robbery. Harry.
Now, for the last time, and so help me, you better tell me. I want to know what you did!
When Phil comes back at Christmas time and Kate's had her little frisson with Dennis, they do still love each other, but that's not why Phil's come back.
Now, where's Dan?
I don't know.
What are you doing here?
He's not there to harm Kate, and he's not there to look for Kate. Obviously, when he finds that she's been in bed with Dennis, he's not too happy, but really it's gone much further than that. If you give me the gun, then I'll wait, and I'll give you time to get away. It's quite sad, really. Yes, it's a gesture of kindness, but I mean, what a way to have to show that you love somebody. It's just, I thought that was really sad between the two of them.
With his business with Kate over, Phil was gunning for Den.
Well, you think you can just stitch me up and walk away from me, eh?
Oh, no. I knew this was coming from the first time I ever set eyes on you. Phil wasn't happy. But Den had a plan to make it right. Well, sounds like it's make your mind up time.
Take the money.
And it ends here?
For now, yeah.
With Phil on the run and Den in Spain, the girls have been running the show. Well, it looks like things have been getting overheated.
It's scary times for the Mitchells, I think.
I suppose if you look at the journey that Sam is going through here, beginning she has Minty and Billy as her kind of henchmen. And in some ways it's slightly comical.
Really wouldn't want Minty as a life coach, really, but that's what it's ended up being for Sam, so no wonder. She's a bit twisted.
The fire went completely wrong. I think it was a bit of a silly thing to do in the first place, but that's the way it goes, isn't it?
And then I think from that moment onwards, once she's made that decision to do that, things start to get a little bit darker.
You're pathetic. No, you're the pathetic one.
You're so gonna regret this.
It was your poxy family that started all this in the first place. We're gonna fire the snooker roll.
If we talk to snooker roll, there's a good chance we'll take Angie's den with it.
Yeah, I know. That's what swung my decision. Things ever go smoothly, hey? Still moves. Look at it. We can't just take the law into our own hands.
Why not? Oh, come on, Billy, this job's got Mitchell written all over it. I take your silence as a yes, then.
You never prove it.
I don't need to. You just told me everything I need to know. Time for plan B, then.
I don't believe this.
It's a threat, not a promise.
Not flammable liquids around here.
You wouldn't dare.
Why not? You did. She just has to believe I mean it.
It was looking like it was all going to slip right back into the Watts' favour. Until Andy came back on the scene.
And who would have thought that Sam would have got herself some backup?
There's a really important scene where Dennis is threatening Sam.
You think you can burn Sharon's business to the ground and get away with it, do you?
But I was nowhere near your precious club when that fire started.
Of course not. You won't want to get your pretty little hands dirty. So who was it? Little or large?
Do you mind? I'm trying to have a drink in my pub.
Oh, yeah. Your pub.
You touch this place.
And you'll do what exactly? You'll send the boys round?
Minty steps in. Gosh, you know, he falls over. Then Dennis turns on Billy.
Billy?
And Billy just sort of cowers, and Sam totally realises she is on her own here. You know, these guys can't help her, and she really is scared. And then that's the moment when Andy walks in.
Pay up or face the consequences. You decide.
Look, Dennis, maybe we should...
Oh, you started without me? That's not very polite, is it? So, anything you want to say to Sam, Dennis, you come through me first. Right? Dennis knows enough about Andy that even without his henchmen, it's best just to kind of leave it at that point. Otherwise it could get messy. Because there's, you know, even if you sort it out then and there, you know with Andy that's never the end of it.
Walk away.
What?
My experience, my advice, you turn around, you walk away right now. Because when Andy Hunter's involved, things are never as clear-cut as they look.
Dennis, it's a sale I'm after, not a character reference.
If you let Andy get hold of this place, then you might as well just give it straight to Sam Mitchell. Is that what you want?
He's got nothing to do with Sam.
Oh, you believe all that rubbish, do you?
I believe him.
Oh, well, more fool you.
The sooner you sign, the sooner that millstone's off your neck.
I might have known.
Sharon, this is just business. I don't get any personal
You
pleasure
skimming
from
little
this.
bitch.
Come on, Sharon, look, I know you two have issues, but this is still a good deal for you.
You don't have to do this, Sharon.
Dennis.
I won't stay for that drink. Sharon!
Get back to your champagne, darling. It's going flat.
Yeah, which side he would have fallen on, the Watts or the Mitchells, before the storyline developed the way it did? It's a difficult one, because if Phil was still around, yeah, I don't know if he would have gone there. With Dennis around, again, don't know if he would have gone there, but he might have formed some sort of pact with Den or something, because they've had that meeting and stuff. So possibly because he's got more prehistory with Dennis, they might have been able to resolve their differences in somehow, and so he might have gone the Watts way. As it is, it's gone the Mitchell way.
You're early. Who was that?
Oh, just a guy I've been doing some business with.
What business? Come on, Andy. We're supposed to be partners.
We are, which is why you need to get yourself dressed.
Oh, where are we going?
I want you to take a look at my new investment. I think now Andy's on the scene, it will be much more professional. Any kind of plans are much more thorough and much more hard-hitting than the inconvenience of having a glued-up lock.
I just get a feeling that we could work really well together.
Well, I think we've already proved that.
No, I don't just mean in the bedroom, Andy. No, there are other areas where we could be very compatible.
I think the business and pleasure thing between Sam and Andy at the moment is fine. He's enjoying getting back some power. She's enjoying kind of fronting the Mitchell empire and stuff, and so it's all good. And when everything's good, that's fine. But as soon as something slips or somebody else comes along or something, or you know, you kind of feel like it's dangerous. It's a dangerous cocktail, the business and the emotional thing.
I think it's time that Den came back. Don't you?